Hey, this is WhyBeAre with BeamNG.Drive with another one of your viewer ideas. This is a kind of funny idea. I thought I'd be like, this is so dumb, but I want to try it because it is. It's one of those ideas that's so dumb it sounds like it might be fun. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go leap of death, right? And everybody knows leap of death. I go to that map like every video because it's always fun just throwing cars off the cliff. But we're not going to here for the cliff. We're going to here for the lake at the bottom of the cliff, which is different. Like every other time, it's like, oh, we're gonna touch the lake, reset. Not this time. Not this time. We're going to leap of death. Not for the leap. Just because there's a lake at the bottom. And I know the lake here is a fully functional lake. And the reason we need a fully functional lake is because we're going to figure out what the fastest car is underwater. So that's different, isn't it? Underwater races, right? So let's get to the bottom as fast as we can because I'm very impatient. Sun gravity on! Yes! Oh my goodness, that thing just exploded. It's like, I'm done being a car. I'm just blah. Anyways, we are here, and we're actually underwater right now. It doesn't look like it. Once I reset, it will. Oh, now we're not underwater. We shot out of the water. Sun gravity, come back! Alright, anyways. We are in the water, and we're going to get ourselves a car. So let's just show that this is fully functional normal water. With a normal car, you hit the throttle, and, well, it doesn't move because the engine gets flooded. But some cars, you know, for example, one of them is the Ranger, don't have the cars get flooded for some reason. Like, it has a snorkel, so the idea is it doesn't flood. And I don't know why it's able to drive underwater this deep, but it can. You see, it doesn't go that fast, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to try to figure out what the fastest underwater car or means of transportation there is in BeamNG.Drive. We're going to try to figure out what is the fastest way to go underwater. That's, like, it sounds so dumb, but I had to try it. So we're going to just kind of just go through the cars willy-nilly. Like normal cars, it seems like, though, they're not going to fare too well. They are very slow and heavy and such. So we're going to kind of probably mostly focus on the more unusual vehicles. So we're going to just go down the list. Because you see, like, normal cars, they usually kind of, like they're... Oh, this one's not... This one, see, this one has a functioning engine thing, which means dead instantly. So we're just going to go through the things. Like, what if you wanted to drive your plane underwater? Or helicopter, I mean underwater, excuse me. You could. It goes really slow. Can you put this in manual? No, you cannot. So it makes it really difficult to fly. Because I think this relied on a manual transmission. You can kind of fly your helicopter underwater, but it's not going to go fast. You see how slow that blade is spinning? That is slow. Alright, next up we're going to do... Let's see, what is this? What is that? Oh, display cloth. Cloth can't drive. Alright, see now, the things I'm thinking might do well here are the weird ones, like the, skateboat. That thing might be able to drive underwater. Look at that. That could drive underwater. It only, unfortunately, has a habit of not wanting to be underwater because it is a boat, after all. But this thing could go underwater reasonably fast. It's just it wants to go up above the water because, like I said, it's a boat. Woo! Oh, goodness, we're upside down. So there's the first thing we got that we can actually move around with relatively easy. Unfortunately, like I said, it wants to go above water. Alright, well that's different. Alright, what's next? So let's see. We're just gonna, like I said, skim through it to the things that might be interesting. So, skateboat, what about the car fag? Uh-oh. It breaks when you touch water. Not gonna work. It just breaks the... Oh, wait, we got it working. Look at that. The speedometer says 60 miles per hour, but it's not accurate. Now, one thing, I think it is moving faster than a normal car does, just because it's so poorly designed, it doesn't care that it's underwater. Like, it's able to... It seems like it moves a little bit faster than the other cars will. Like, you see, look, we're getting moving. That's a decent underwater car. We're getting moving, actually. You know, normally, that won't happen, even with a faster car. Then we're into the hole. Because, for example, a faster car would be the, well, the Zaxby Capri is really fast if it doesn't get drowned. See? But this one, even with its amazing super fast performance and stuff, it doesn't get that fast. You see, it's like it just tops out at below 10 miles per hour. So there we go. The fastest car so far is Carfag. Catapult can't move. Cones can't move. That's a regular car. I doubt it'll be good. This is an off-road vehicle. This one might be different. If you put giant tires on it, it might be different. Let's see. So this is the Jeep Grand Cherokee. And by the way, there's no way I could list every single mod in this video. This one gets drowned, so that's no good. So if there's any mod you want specifically, just ask, and I'll get you it. I'll link to it. Ooh, next is a drag pickup. This thing is fast usually, but it gets drowned. Nope, no good. And I know it's like the cars should drown, but some of them don't. Some of them like, I don't care if I'm underwater. I'm gonna drive anyways. Here's the Bora. It's an open-wheeled vehicle. It goes. I know that speedometer. There's no way that's accurate, unfortunately, but it moves a little bit better than other vehicles. Nothing too great though. But you can get around like that. Now I think we're coming up to the thing that I'm pretty sure will be one of the faster things, if it makes sense. Not the forklift, but let's try the forklift. Forklift goes about the same speed underwater and above water. Okay, maybe it's a little bit slower actually. Forklift's very slow. No matter what, it's a forklift. What are you expecting, dude? It's forklift. Alright, Kiwi, this one might go fast because you could turbo buttons it, I think. If the... Oh, this one doesn't have the turbos, does it? Oh, boo. I thought it did. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe they broke. I know some updates broke some of the turbo things. Like the rocket doesn't work anymore and stuff too, which is unfortunate. Now here's what I expect to be fast, the paddy wagon. I mean, it's SpongeBob. SpongeBob takes place underwater. This thing should move. And it actually does. Look at that. Oh my goodness. See, I never tried this underwater when I made the video for it, I don't think. At least that I remember. And it actually moves underwater very well. That's great. That's beautiful. The fact that it works underwater so well is awesome. Churning is not so great, but hey, who cares when you're going 40 miles per hour underwater? It's like a submarine. This thing right here. Okay. Rolling, rolling, rolling. The other nice thing is, it doesn't get so damaged up when it's underwater because the gravity's less harsh on it when it hits. That looked alright. Alright, what's next? We got a ramp that's gonna... Well, a ramp is powered weirdly, so we could try it. Ramp don't move at all. Ramp no good. It has too low a ground clearance, I think. Or something like that. Ranger. See, this one is... It works, but it's slow. Like, this is what most cars do, you know. But hey, it has a snorkel on it, so that's why it's able to drive underwater. It's like that snorkel, man. It's actually a 50-foot snorkel. You just can't see the rest of it. So it enables it to drive underwater. Yes, that's exactly how it works. Sarcasm. Let's see. Scara probably wouldn't be good. Toy car might be interesting. And no, it has normal car performance, so it is not going so hot. Just normal, like, slow car speeds, so who's up next? Fighter jet, okay, if I can, I don't know if I remember the controls off the top of my head, I might have to look them up if I can't get it moving. Oh, I remember them. Okay, good. Maybe. Maybe I don't remember them entirely. There we go, okay, I got the controls figured out. So can it churn? Not exactly. I mean, I'm flying it the way you would fly it, and it's kind of moving, but it ain't going much. So that's no good. Fighter jet is not a good underwater plane. Darn. Who's up next? The Saturn V does not function, unfortunately. Land Evo, do you function underwater? It functions underwater, but it's not going to go very fast. It's just crawling along. Oh, how unfortunate. Okay, who's up next? Let's see here. The Land Evo, the flatbed, I doubt it'll matter. Flip ramp doesn't move. What is the Duke? Oh, this one was gonna be dumb. All right, here we go. The motorcycle. Maybe it'll be more stable underwater. No, it is not. All right, let's throw the sidecar on this thing and see if that helps at all. I'm gonna go ahead and put the sidecar on it. Wait, sidecar. There we go. All right, this should be an underwater just beast now, right? Here we go. Go, go, go. Well, it actually gets moving, but, well, it's just like above ground. This thing is not stable to drive. It just flips over instantly. That's no good. All right, what's next? Grand Marshal, no way. Garbage truck is just a modification of a normal truck, so no way. Goat. 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 Why not goat? Oh, goat tipped over. That's not good. Let's see. Let's see. Goat is a good means of transportation if you only want to go in a straight line, because the only way to move the goat is in a straight line. So here we go. Goat power! And it's just scraping its face all over the ground. That's painful. That reminds me, I need to mow my lawn. Or buy a goat to do it. Alright, who's up next? Let's see, the Greenwood. That is the car from Grand Theft Auto, right? Yes. And the speedometer says 60, but we can all tell that is not 60. That's only like 56. Or just 6, actually. Not gonna go well for it. So you see, all the traditional cars are not faring well. That's what I could see so far. Traditional cars not doing good. Alright, garbage truck, we did that. Where were we? Greenwood, there we go. That's the normal car, normal car, normal car. These ones won't fare well. Now this one might do okay. This is the Corvette with the turbo fans on it, I believe it was. Yes. I don't even know if turbo fans should function underwater, but who cares? Actually, I know they shouldn't function underwater, but who cares? Now, how do you activate the turbo fans? That is the question. I might have to go look that up real quick. I'm sorry for this, but I don't remember the controls for this one. Because you can hear the engine itself is not... you can see the engine itself is working because the RPMs are changing, but I'm not being able to get up to speed. I'm not sure if that's from the water or if it's because I forgot like there's a special control for this. So let me go look it up real quick. Unfortunately, it turns out that these are just, I guess you could say, properly done. All you would need to do normally is hold the throttle. Which, as you see, is not working out well. Unfortunately, the turbo fans are not made to go underwater. Who is next? Let's see. Basic car. Ooh, H-Cube's always a good means of transportation. We'll try a light one and a heavy one. Light one is not doing so hot. Well, yeah, that's not so hot. That's slower than most cars. It's terrible, H-Cube. You're fired. Get your big brother here. Now, the big brother, that thing always moves. Gets a nice 30 miles per hour going. That ain't half bad. Don't think it's quite as fast as the paddy wagon, but it probably is more stable with all this weight. So, that's a good contender for an underwater vehicle, that's for sure, though. Moonhawk won't be good. Dusterhawk's normal cars, normal cars. Normal car. Well, this one's kind of weird. I know it has some problems with it. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's actually made to not drive underwater. Boo. Alright, who's next? Let's see. Normal, normal, normal. Normal car, normal car. Ooh, pickup hell might be good. So this one, we can put the big old giant crazy power on it. So the engine functions underwater. That's great. And if I hit E, the jets push us along. So this thing it gets moving more than most cars, but, well, it's not that fast. And this is the Insane Power edition, if I remember correctly. So even with Insane Power, that's the highest one there is as far as I know. It doesn't get moving too fast. But it gets moving better than most cars just because it has like thousands of pounds of thrust behind it. You know, it's just like, go! And it will go, but not the greatest. Who's up next? We're getting through these things, man. Hydro's no good, nothing special, nothing special. Pigeon 4-wheel drive would be funny because this thing has double thruster buttons, so you can hit T and G while you're underwater, and you can get moving a bit. Does not function underwater. The engine does not function underwater, but if you hit T and G, you can get moving to about 10 miles per hour, which is just slightly faster than most vehicles. Unfortunately, not that much faster. So, who's up next? Skipping along. Nothing that would make sense that would be any faster. Prototype. What is prototype? Oh, wait, I know what it is, I think. Yep. Well, I know when I drove this thing normally, it had so much power, it would just be wheel spin city, so it goes faster a little bit more than normal cars just because it is so much power, but nothing too spectacular there. Nothing too spectacular. Who's up next? Road signs, Subaru Impreza, doubt it'll be good. Bolide with spoiler, tire. Ooh, the Titan. This one will be interesting. I think this one relies on using a manual transmission, though. Is it floating or is it... I don't know if the Titan is made to go underwater. It's not sinking. Yeah, this is something, instability detected for vehicle, blah, blah, blah. So, Titan will not go underwater. It's like, you can't get me under this. I'm staying right here floating. How about a UFO? Whoa. Oh, we're still in frozen physics? Did I break the game? Oh, it is slowly sinking. Okay. Oh, no. Unfortunately, I don't know if the thrusters work in the update. I don't think the thrusters work on the UFO after it was an update, unfortunately. Next up is A series. That's everything I could think of that would actually stand a chance of doing something amazing. There's like 1,000 something horsepower Grand Marshal we could try though. Oh no, it drowns. So, what is my conclusion? There are 3 things that stood out to me as viable means of transportation underwater. Skateboat is almost one of them, but it wants to go to the surface, so I would say no. Carfag, ironically enough, one of the worst cars ever, seems like it could be a viable means of transportation underwater when any other car can't be. You know, a terrible vehicle actually works. I mean, I don't know if it's going as fast as it feels, but it feels like it's going at least 20 miles per hour. I know it's not going no 60. It does feel like it is moving right here. And then the next up, which I think this one would be the fastest on underwater, and it makes sense because it's a perfect fit for this, is the paddy wagon. This thing will move. Look at it, it's doing wheelies and stuff. This thing's ready to go. And that speedometer that says 30, I wouldn't doubt that speed. I would say this thing probably is actually going to 30, it says. Even though it has really unrounded tires, I'm pretty sure they're fairly accurate on the speedometer. So this one is the ideal vehicle for underwater transportation. SpongeBob, man. They knew what they were doing. No, actually, it was the guy who made the car, Jazzy Sam. He knew what he was doing when he made it. Let's make it work underwater, too, you know? Toy car, that one did not work. And then there was one more thing, wasn't there? Oh, goodness. Oh, the bike, if you wouldn't flip it over, that could work good. But I flipped it over all the time. H-Cube worked alright. You know, put the heavy H-Cube down, and it worked pretty good. Unless you're terrible at controlling it like me. H-Cube could work. So, I think that's all of them. The ones that were viable were those ones. And if there's any other vehicles you know of that might work good underwater, feel free to suggest them, and I can make an additional video that kind of says test those ones out too. But that is the underwater car testing on BeamNG.Drive. Like I said, it was kind of one of those ideas I saw. I was like, that sounds so dumb, but I have to do it because it sounds fun as well. So, till next time, this has been WhyBeAre. I'll see ya.